We haven't done this in a while.
When was the last time we were in drag in the same room together?
Picture it. Sicily, 1942. I think it was November.
November?
I think our last show together was November.
Of 2020. Is that the year?
That's the year, because we're still in 2020.
Oh my God.
This is the year that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Still got it.
Hi everyone, I'm Cacophony Daniel.
And I'm a messy bitch who loves drama. Suddenly Seymour.
That's right, and you're watching
Drag Queen Talk Stars. Hey! Season 2. This is what, week 14, 15 of quarantine?
Oh, it's longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like 17 or 18 or something like that.
Crickets.
When it all started.
Yes. Way back when, many centuries ago.
That's right. Not long after the Bible began. I was in Tucson, Arizona.
And I was not.
No, you weren't. Where were you?
I was in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta. I was contracted to perform at the Palm Cabaret in Puerto Vallarta. The Palm, yes. To perform December through April 7th or something like that.
Okay.
So my last performance in front of a live audience was March 13th.
Oh, so you got to do a show.
So I really only missed 3 weeks of work.
So that's not too bad.
Well, until I came home and then everything was closed.
But you didn't come home for a long time.
Well, I was stuck in Mexico.
Stuck in Mexico.
I mean, there are worse places to be.
There are worse places you could be stuck.
I could be stuck in Tucson, Arizona.
That's which is where I was, and not the place to be now.
No.
Oh, no.
You got out at the right time.
We really did. We were like, you know what? Things are getting better at home and worse in Arizona. So we left. Thank goodness that we did.
And now we're both back in New York City.
That's right.
In our fancy new dressing room.
I know. Oh, watch out. Careful. This is actually Kristen Chenoweth's dressing room from Wicked.
Don't tell her.
Don't tell her we're in her dressing room. Yes, we're in Kristen Chenoweth's dressing room
at
the Gershwin Theater in 2004.
Yes, 16 years ago.
Can you imagine? I can't believe that Wicked was like 16 years ago.
I can't believe I'm still alive.
This is our first time being in drag together.
Yeah, because listen, this is a game of survival at this point.
Yes.
We can't work in gay bars or cabaret spaces right now, so you have to make your own work.
That's right.
So, thanks to you, we have this fabulous television studio. And we're practicing social distancing.
That's right. With this. It's just like what they hang on the bus. Have you been on a bus since you've been back in the city?
No.
That's where I got the idea for this. I thought, oh, we can be distant from each other too. We don't have to wear masks. We're separated from each other.
Exactly. And we're singing, and when our singing saliva goes out, it hits you on the screen. And not you right here.
Not you right there, exactly. So we're not
gonna... So let me just say...
It's just super stupendous. God, I'm like Jonathan Groff in Hamilton.
Oh my God. All right, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus.
Yes.
What did you think of Disney Plus Presents Hamilton?
Well, to tell the goodness' honest truth, I haven't seen it on Disney.
Gotta go, bye.
We've seen Hamilton live in the theatre. Because we have friends involved with the show and got house seats. Otherwise, we never would have afforded it. Right,
Gotta
exactly.
take out your third mortgage.
I know, exactly. But I love the show. The show is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And of course, the nice thing about the Disney Plus version is that it's almost the original Broadway cast. So you're getting almost the same experience you have when you're listening to the recording, which I have listened to a lot because the recording is fabulous. What did you think of it on Disney Plus?
Oh, I loved it. You know, I kept thinking, like, for me, the PBS Into the Woods,
yes.
I grew up loving that.
Yes.
And I keep thinking about, while I was watching the show, I kept thinking about your son, who like, watching Hamilton, this could be like his Into the Woods, what Into the Woods was to me.
Yes, it could be if we could get him to watch it, but he feels like, because it's about American history, that it's going to be like homework, so he doesn't want to watch it. And he's already had that moment with the PBS Sweeney Todd, so he's cool. Didn't you watch that with him, or bring it over for him, or something? I feel like you did.
I think I bought it.
Did you? Maybe you bought it.
I think I gave it to him.
Or something like that, or at least lent us your copy. or something.
You still have it, huh?
Maybe.
Oh boy, I'm gonna go have to check my DVD. Does anybody still have a DVD booklet?
Booklet? Did you have a booklet?
I had 4.
Wow.
With DVDs. Oh my god. They were like this thick.
Oh my gosh.
And I had 4.
Love
It made
it this thick.
They really were. Come over sometime.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And then everything went to like Netflix and Amazon Prime, and then my DVDs became superfluous. That is your SAT word for the day.
Superfluous.
Superfluous, and I am superfluous.
You are so fluid.
I'm so fluid. I'm sexually superfluous. Speaking of sexually superfluous, I have some fan questions.
Oh, fan questions!
Well, I just thought it would be fun to like, hey, we're doing a thing, we haven't done this in a while, and I haven't seen you, so I don't really know what to talk about with you anymore. So I thought we would just like go through some questions.
Okay, let's do some questions.
Okay, so here's some fan questions. If you have some fan questions, you can slide and... Wait, hold on. What did it say? Okay, you can lubricate into our DMs.
Or put them in the comments below.
Yeah, and prescribe.
That's right. Like and prescribe.
Please.
Oh, and hit the little bell so you get notifications every time we do a new video.
Oh, if I were a bell, I would something. Okay, first question. What movie would be greatly improved
Okay.
if it were made into a musical?
Ooh, like actually or funny?
Either or, like, because movies they make musicals nowadays. Pretty
that's
Woman, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert,
Right.
Hairspray was a movie before,
Yeah,
and so just
absolutely.
movies are just easily...
That's true. Well, they're marketable for sure. You know, what was the one in Jurassic Park? I think would make a great...
I mean, hey, why not? King Kong was a musical, why can't Jurassic Park?
Yes, but imagine the puppet. The Tyrannosaurus puppet.
But this would have to be puppets, and King Kong, it was just puppet.
one. Yes, no.
But puppets.
Jurassic Park, you could have like all kinds. Oh, it would be like the antelopes would be like the velociraptors. It would be like the antelopes in Lion King. Now I sound like an idiot. So
Now you sound like an idiot?
What do you think would make a good movie?
All right, well, okay, go with me on this journey.
Okay.
I really think In and Out, that Kevin Kline movie
Oh,
from
yeah.
1997, because I just watched it not too long ago. And
Uh-huh.
honestly, that movie is structured like a musical. You already have your 11 o'clock number with the little bitty old ladies talking about the problems with their husbands. My husband has 3 testicles! All right, I'll admit it. I hated the bridges of Madison County. But I picture that song to be like You Gotta Get a Gimmick from Gypsy.
Oh,
Because it's literally in the scene. You guys gotta watch this movie. In and Out. It was Kevin Kline, Tom Selleck, Debbie Reynolds,
Yes.
Joan Cusack in
Yes.
in her Academy Award nominated performance.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Plus, you know what's great about In and Out too?
What?
Their burgers are fantastic.
Don't talk to me about food. I got Corona fat.
All right. What's
let's
another
see.
question? I'm gonna just get my water down here.
Aside from what you're wearing,
Oh.
what's the most embarrassing thing you've worn?
The most embarrassing thing I've worn?
Yeah.
I was in Cherry County Playhouse. It was
in Michigan.
Yeah, in Michigan, yes.
Yeah.
In their last season.
Oh.
We were the season that killed them.
Yeah.
And we did Barnum. I was Tom Thumb, surprise, surprise. But I was also in the ensemble, and they had all of us in these like rainbow sherbet colored unitards and dance belts. So like you couldn't even like pretend like, well, I look stupid, but at least I have a lot of junk. Like there were some beautiful dancer, like acrobat men in that show who looked terrible in these sherbet unitards, and I just looked.
You looked good.
I looked like a frog, you know, like a splayed out frog, where it's just like all round body and then skinny little appendages. That's what I looked like. I hated that thing so much. It was terrible. Okay, now what were you gonna say was the most embarrassing thing that I've been in?
Oh, I was gonna say when you were a giant penis.
Yeah.
John Oliver show.
I'm not embarrassed about that at all. And it was actually a giant dildo, not a giant penis.
Yeah, it's the same thing. They're both going in my butt, so.
That was fun, actually, because I got to fly.
Yeah, I remember the episode.
They called me, my agent called me and said, "What are you doing Valentine's Day?" And I said, "Why?" And they said, "Do you want to be on the John Oliver show?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Sure." And they were like, "Okay, but here's the thing. You'd be a giant penis." And I was like, Sold. Yes, absolutely. Sign me up. It says it on my resume. Now, how about you? What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn?
One of my first professional gigs after I graduated musical theater school. I got a gig at Timberlake Playhouse.
Justin Timberlake Playhouse?
Could you imagine? It's actually a really wonderful theater in like Campville, Illinois.
Okay.
And I forget the name of the town. I'm so sorry. But there's this beautiful theater actually. And for 2 or 3 weeks, the artistic director wrote an original children's show. And so, you know, it was money. I was just out of college, and it was a gig. We built the sets, but I had to play the Jolly Green Giant. So I had giant stilts.
Oh.
And we sewed giant like bell-bottom pants.
Okay.
They were like green and yellow, and then we like hot glued vines all over. I had like a green turtleneck and a giant leafy vest. I'm selling it really well.
Ho, ho, ho. Did you say that?
Of course I did. I felt like fucking Fruma Sarah.
That's
because
true.
I had this giant, I mean, it wasn't, instead of like ghost drags, they were leaves.
Yeah.
But I still had to wear stilts. And when I got out on stage, like all the kids that saw the show, they were like, oh! It was,
oh yeah, I'm sure it was very impressive.
I should find a photo of it because it's really
well, and like that shows how great an actor you are, because right out of school you were probably at your twinkiest, right? So to then pretend that you were this giant with this deep voice is probably...
What are you trying to say? Let's find another one. Okay, what's the sexiest thing you've done during quarantine?
I mean, listen, when you have a child...
Oh, do you have a child?
Yes, I do. And when you have a child, anything sexy is the sexiest thing that you can do.
Oh.
Because... especially when you have a child in quarantine.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you can be like, go outside and play, because you can't. Or like, here, go to the movies.
You can't.
Go play at the playground. Nope.
Yeah.
So he's just always around. And listen, when we were in Tucson for 3 months, we lived in a 1-bedroom loft apartment. There were no doors, except to the bathroom. That was it. So, yeah. Yeah. So, nothing sexy.
Follow-up question. How long had it been?
It was like 3 months. Yeah, because there was no, where would we go? What would we do? What would you do? No, how about you? What's the sexiest thing you've done in quarantine? I mean, you were in Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
But you were in quarantine.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Mexican porn.
Okay. Was there like a hot like phone sex line that you called, or like
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Well, in our last conversation.
¿Cómo te gusta mi ping?
See, that's probably the sexiest thing you did during quarantine.
That's the sexiest thing I've done all year.
Um,
No, I've been very celibate, but even before quarantine. That was pretty good. Oh,
yes.
What's the funniest joke you know by heart?
The funniest joke I know by heart. Well, a long one or a short one?
How long is the long one?
It's fairly long, and it's not actually funny.
Oh,
but
let's do the short one.
Okay, so Cinderella is almost ready for the ball. The fairy godmother is getting her ready for the ball. And she says, all right, Cinderella, you have your dress, you have your shoes, you look gorgeous. Here's one more thing. At the stroke of midnight, your vagina will turn into a pumpkin. And Cinderella says, wait, what? And the fairy godmother says, yes, that's the deal. You get all this stuff, but at the stroke of midnight, your vagina turns into a pumpkin. Cinderella says, I don't think that's supposed to be. That's not what I heard. Cinderella, the fairy godmother says, yes, that's what it is. Your vagina will turn into a pumpkin at the stroke of midnight. Okay, so Cinderella goes off to the ball. We all know what happens. She sees the prince across the room. They wordlessly, would court each other. They dance all night long. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's amazing. They're dancing. She's in his arms. And all of a sudden, the clock starts to strike. Bong! It starts to strike midnight. She says, oh my goodness. I have to go. I have to go right now. I have to go right now. And the prince says, no, please don't go. Please don't go. She says, no, really, I really have to go right now. You don't know what will happen if I don't go. No, please stay. No, I have to go. I have to go. And he says, wait, but please, I don't even know your name. She says, well, I don't know your name either. And he says, well, I'm Peter. Peter Pumpkin Eater. And she says, all right, I'll stay 5 more minutes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And that was the short joke.
All right, how about you? What's the best joke you know by heart?
My career. Musical theater nerds, like real musical theater nerds, will appreciate this.
Okay.
This guy walks into a psychiatrist's office with a duck on his head. Psychiatrist says, "Can I help you?" The duck says, Yeah, get this guy off my ass. Well, listen, this is so exciting.
It's so exciting.
Drag Queen Talk Stuff.
That's right.
Season 2.
That's right. We're back for season 2, and we're doing our live show together.
So listen, Saturday nights at what time?
8:00 p.m. Eastern. So it's
7 p.m. Central.
That's right, 5 Pacific.
And Mountain Time can do some math.
Yes, so every Saturday we're coming to you with a fabulous live show. Duets that we do together. That's what a duet is.
We're learning new duets as well.
That's right, and we're doing social distancing.
Yeah.
That's right, we can't. Oh, but we are touching right now. That's probably the most sexual thing I've done in quarantine.
Oh, don't tell your husband.
So please join us on Facebook Live at Suddenly Seymour.
And at Cacophony Daniels.
That's right. And
it doesn't matter because it's going to go everywhere.
It's going to go everywhere. And that's right, you can also follow us on Instagram.
Please.
That's right, please follow us.
I keep posting photos and I'm losing followers.
We'll work on that. And make sure you do like and subscribe to this video and our channel. And, you know, if you have any questions for us like those ones, put them in the comments.
Yeah. And hey, remember, we are still in quarantine. We are still in the middle of a global pandemic. Please, 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 please wear your mask. Even if you think it looks terrible, even if you think you can't breathe, you can breathe. And guess what? You look good with a mask. Get a black one. It's slimming. Until then, this is what drag is right now.
That's right.
But we are happy to entertain you, and we're happy you're here watching us do some bullshit for you.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you so much.
So, hey, Cock, any last thoughts or words?
Yes, wear a mask, stay inside.
And wear a condom.
That's right.
With a glory hole.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.